I know that visions of a dystopian future where machines have turned on their human creators are supposed to be harrowing, but at the same time, I like the idea of lots of robots running around. I guess if they're trying to kill me, that's no good, but I'm gonna have to go sometime. It might as well be at the hands of some awesome robot. So I'm ambivalent about this possible future and what it holds for us, but I'm not ambivalent about Robotron 2084, one of the all-time classic games in the dangerous robot genre. This game rules. Robotron 2084 was developed by Eugene Jarvis and Larry DeMar, otherwise known as Vid Kidz, and arrived in arcades in 1982. It became a huge success due to its challenging and relentless gameplay, and simple but precise dual joystick control setup. Having one joystick to move while using the other to fire allows excellent control, including the ability to shoot in the opposite direction of your character's movement, which is really key for taking out wave after wave of robots. It wasn't the first game with this dual joystick control scheme. Space Dungeon from Taito had it in 1981, but Robotron was a much bigger commercial success, and is usually the game people think of when talking about this control setup and style of game. Eugene Jarvis would use it later in the 1990 release Smash TV, and it's provided the inspiration for modern games such as Geometry Wars. Robotron was ported to many home machines of its day, has seen 3D remakes on the PlayStation and Nintendo 64, and has been included on several retro game compilations for more modern consoles. What you're seeing in this video is the release for the Atari ST line of computers, and it's a pretty good version. The graphics are nice and things move smoothly, although the whole game does slow down a bit at the beginning of a wave due to how much stuff is on screen. It includes all your favorite enemies from the arcade like the Hulks and Giant Brains, and of course has the last surviving humans running around for you to save. And with the crisp look the game has, it's easy to tell all the different characters apart. Luckily, it also supports a two-joystick setup like the arcade, and with the ST's ability to use common Atari 2600 joysticks, it's just a matter of plugging them in and you're good to go, assuming you've got a table to put them on or some other method of supporting them. It also supports single joystick or mouse control, but these methods are just sluggish and imprecise, and they don't really give you the true Robotron experience. The thing with this Atari ST version is that it's just so mild-mannered. Kinda like Clark Kent or a sleepy kitty cat. There's nothing really wrong with this game. It just, to me, doesn't quite have that exciting Robotron feel. I think mainly that's a result of the somewhat bland sound effects, but overall it just doesn't quite have it. The game's still good fun, don't get me wrong, but I would probably rather play the Atari 5200 version, which might look a lot chunkier, but comes closer to capturing the hectic spirit of the arcade. One thing this version does offer, though, is support for the ST's high-res monochrome graphics mode. This footage was captured by just pointing my camera at the monitor, so it doesn't really show how sharp the game looks in this mode, but at least you can get an idea of what it's like. I also kinda like the sound effects coming out of the monitor's speaker, too. It gives them a harder edge. But anyway, that's just a quick look at Robotron 2084 for the Atari ST. A good, if slightly uninspired take on the classic arcade classic game from the arcade's classic time period.